Hello, how you doing? This is Vince Hughes with Still Estimating Solutions. This is video 2 in the Still Erection Digital Takeoff Process video series, and this video is going to be on setting the scale on the plans. So we're going to open up Takeoff. We've already uploaded the drawings in the system, so step 1 after you upload drawings in the system would be to set your scale on every page that you're doing a takeoff on. Real simple process. All the digital takeoff programs have their own process to do that. In Takeoff, the way it works in that software is we just zoom in to the bottom to where we see what the scale is. 1/8 inch equals a foot. Then we come up here and we're going to select the scale. 1/8 inch equals a foot. Just hit OK. We'll zoom in a little bit more and we'll grab the measurement tool or the dimension tool. On Takeoff, if I hold the left mouse button down, it will pull up a window, and once that line turns a little yellow, that lets me know I'm right on that point. Then I come to the other point, other grid line. Just select it, so the scale's set at 17 foot 7.5 inches. Now, just to point out something, in case the scale was wrong, we set it at 1/8 inch equals 1 foot, and it was wrong. There's a way to fix that. Pretty simple. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make the scale wrong. And we'll say it's a 16 equals a foot, just so that will be wrong. And so if the scale that they told us to plan is an 1/8 inch equals 1 foot, and we took that measurement and it was incorrect, all I have to do is come in and do the same process, but I'm going to click calibrate scale. Then I've got to do the same thing again. I'll select the point. Make sure I'm on it. And then I have to tell it what the scale is, or the dimension is. 17 foot and 7.5 inches. Hit OK. And now we got it correct again for being an 1/8 inch equals a foot. So once you set that scale, I put something into place. I had a project where I actually lost some money because I forgot to set the scale on the drawing, which happens if you're not careful. So I came up with a system for myself to make sure I always had the scale set. Very simple. Is I basically going to highlight the dimension I took to check the scale on the drawing. And I typically highlight it in green because for green, green means go. And so once I highlight that in green, now if I zoom full page, when I look at it on my takeoff drawings, I'm going to see that green highlight, so I know that I've checked the scale on that drawing. That way it's a very quick visual to know that I'm ready to do takeoff on this page. And so then, of course, like I say, it's the first step. You go to every takeoff page where you're going to do a takeoff, every plan that you're going to do a takeoff on, and you set the scale on that particular plan. This drawing here does not have too many dimensions, which is unfortunate, but that's what they did here. So I'm just going to zoom into the only dimension they have on the plan. And we know it's 1/8 inch equals a foot, so I select that. Grab my dimension tool. And now we see it's correct. The scale is correct, so I go ahead and do my highlight in green. Hit enter, zoom full page, and now we see the dimensions set there, and then go to the next drawing. Same thing, not too many dimensions on this plan. Select the scale. And the more you zoom in, the better, because if you zoom in further in Takeoff, you'll see that that line highlights right away in yellow. And we're at 3/16, I'll call that close enough. Highlight that dimension in yellow, or I'm sorry, in green. Zoom full page, and the scale is set there. And unfortunately, on this drawing here, you don't have that many dimensions, so I have to use there. That's not ideal, because when I zoom all the way in, I can still see a little green, but it's still visible, but it's not where I typically like to do it. We could go and figure out what the dimension is from 2 to 3 and pull that over as well, but in this example, this idea is just to show you how to set the scale on the drawing. So hopefully that simplifies that process for you, and appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. And the next video coming up in the series would be step 2, setting up the detailed drawings. Have an awesome day.